What? Detective Harry Goodman. I did not. I know that's Detective Harry Goodman. You didn't need to tell me, but
This is definitely the spot.
Excuse me.
Yo! Sorry, I can explain. Here. It's on the card.
Oh, well, thanks.
why do you just give me a card to your OnlyFans?
You're a detective?
Huh? I'm not just a detective.
Huh?
I'm a great detective. Detective Harry.
They didn't do a teeth sparkle thing. Well, I play as him for a little bit. Well, great detective or not, I can't say I've heard of you. Well, you know it if you were in the know, you know. Right, so you're here on official business then? Did something happen to warrant investigation by a great detective? Also, maybe I should take back what I was saying earlier about it not relating to the overall plot, because maybe it will. It's seeming like it might, as we get these pizza ingredients. Yep, that incident with the berserk Pokemon. What? You came all the way here for that? You reported it to the police. There's no need to put yourself in danger. Plus, the Bamboo Forest is closed off right now. Where's Pikachu? Pikachu Harry's partner? What if he meets Pikachu in the forest here? Right, understandably. It'd be dangerous if the berserk Pokemon got into this area. We all came to an agreement that we should keep the gate locked until the police give us permission to reopen it. For now, the boss is holding on to the key. The boss? Metal Gear intensifies? That all makes sense. The safety of everyone in this neighborhood is the top priority. Who's this boss you mentioned? Well, the Metal Gear reference could go deeper here, but master of the charcoal shop. He's also responsible for tending the bamboo forest. Hence why he has the key to the gate. Well, that was all very helpful. Thanks. Sorry I bothered you at such a busy time. Your pizzeria must be opening for lunch soon. Also, speaking of Metal Gear, it's currently October 20th. In 4 days from now, Metal Gear Solid Master Collection releases. And you know what that means? The first time in, what, like, over 20 years? However long it was since release, that Snake's Revenge has gotten, like, a re-release since it first came out. When did it first come out again? Like, 1990 or something like that? 1989? I don't remember. But, you know, and then it was just kind of swept under the rug from there, you know, and kind of forgotten about. But Snake's Revenge is getting an official re-release in 4 days. Hype. What? How do you know I run a pizzeria? Flour and sauce on your clothes are fresh. Plus, I can smell the bamboo charcoal on you. Huh. Guess you really are a great detective. Well, I'm going to head back now. I'll stop by your shop later. I still think it's crazy that Snake's Revenge, the not canon one, is the only retro Metal Gear game that I've beaten. Multiple eyewitness reports of a Pokemon going berserk in the city. I didn't think those same incidents would happen in a peaceful place like this. Seems like something's afoot in Rhyme City. I'll start my investigation by talking to locals. Great detective tip number 12. Use those legs while investigating. Yeah, well, you have to. But yeah, I already have my pre-order in for, Metal Gear's Master Collection thing where Bob warning berserk Pokemon, huh? Jim keeps freezing every few minutes for some reason. I don't know if it's just you or not. Sounds like a skill issue. Pikachu's 100% the dad. No, we're gonna go on Mori and he's gonna be like, you are not the father. Definitely want to spend a bit of time without a job after graduating personally and have plenty of time to just do whatever for a little bit at least, but that's just you. Yeah, I'll definitely consider it there. You know, well, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens after, you know, graduating here and what I can do. One thing that's gonna be really cool after graduating is my truck should be fixed up, and then I can see myself like driving everywhere in that thing. For like I talk about this thing on stream all the time, so anyone that's heard this before is probably tired of me being a broken record. But short version is, for the past year and a half, been fixing up a 70-year-old truck from 1953. We finally got on the road this year, and I was using it as my daily driver for about a month, and then it broke down. It's not working right now. The carburetor, the thing that injects fuel into the engine, is cracked. I do now have replacement parts, and I tried to replace the parts myself, but I'm not a professional at it, and it's leaking fuel just from it not, like, sealing properly. So it's gonna have to be done professionally, and that means that I'm probably gonna take it to my dad's cousin, and he can do it. But it's broken down, so it's put away for the winter, because we're gonna get snow next week, and something that old, you should not be taking on the snow. Also gotta fix an oil leak, and the speedometer plus odometer is broken, gotta fix that, and start doing some stuff. But, you know, that's all stuff that can be done during the winter. It should be sorted out because it's going to be like the next half a year. And then by the time, then I'm a nerd removed timeout on Guzma ya boy. What? Before his time was up. But anyway, by the time that I graduate, the snow should be like melted by then. Then it should be good to go again. I tried a couple days ago to do some repairs on it. But yeah, it was a lot of fixing up to, you know, get it drivable at all. Like, I've taken Guzma for a ride in it when he was here. Like, it was functional when he was here. It had only just gotten on the road when he arrived. And it's broken down because of the carburetor here. Because, you know, it's a part that's been in there for 70 years. And when something's 70 years old, then it might not be in the best shape anymore. Big fan of the pizzeria in this neighborhood. I could eat there every day, no problem. Heard their pizza is famous, but eating it every day seems like overkill. Trust me, you'll understand once you try it. Alright, I will. I'd love to hear what you think of the pizza. But yeah, I'm really glad that I got to use it as my daily driver for about a month so all these issues can crop up and then I can handle it during this winter. Because yeah, it started leaking oil about halfway through that. The speedometer broke on the way back home from Fragapalooza. And the carburetor crack happened just a few weeks ago. Was the case. So that gives me a list of tasks to handle. But yeah, that'll be a cool thing. Like maybe after graduating, I could just take a bit of a chill pill with like streaming some stuff for a bit and doing like some content creation stuff and, you know, just enjoying going to events and stuff like that in my vehicle that will hopefully be reliable by then. Like, it was usable for about a month, but I want to make it actually reliable. And after the work this winter, hopefully it'll be that. This is your first time in Bamboo Borough? Yeah, it's a beautiful neighborhood. Isn't it? Between the fantastic air quality and the delicious food, life's pretty good here. But anyway, I can see that thing being like a reliable vehicle being like a fun thing for graduation. Like a fitting time for that. The other day, I heard crackling noises and a deep roar come from the bamboo forest. It came out of nowhere and it totally freaked me out. All I could think about was making sure my poor Paris was safe. That must have been scary. Are you hurt? No, I was okay. I heard later on that it was a berserk Pokémon making all that noise. The roar you mentioned is a helpful piece of information. It's still difficult to guess what kind of Pokemon it was. Well, the bamboo forest. Also, show your truck to your bestie, and he said that it looks very great, and he's wondering if you would restore the paint color. Like, in terms of making it the original color, or just, like, repainting it. I do plan on repainting it. I don't know if I'll make it the original color yet. I'm leaning towards a dark blue, which is an official color, but it's not the one that originally was. Hold on, I have a thing in the... One of the cool bits of info that I got at this most recent swap meet that I went to was this sheet that lists all the official colors that my truck came in. So now I know that these are the official shades that it would have been. Mine would have originally come in this red. It was repainted green by, like, the original owner that would repaint it every 5 years. Red, then green, then red, then green. Like, just by hand, since it was just, you know, normal metal. It's not like modern vehicles where you couldn't paint those by hand. So, like, if I wanted to make it fully original to what it was, it would have to be that red there. But I'm kind of leaning towards a dark blue like that, which is an official color anyway, you know? When my dad was talking to me about colors on it, he was like, yeah, I think red would probably be good, and then that's less work that you need to do, because the cab is still, you know, painted red, and the under the hood is still painted red, so you wouldn't have to touch that at all. It's like, well, I don't know, maybe I just leave those red to still show the original color for fun. I don't know. It's mostly the outside that I want to paint anyway. But I was thinking maybe like hood black and body dark blue or something. But yeah, now I know what the actual official colors for it would be. I could always do something that's not an official color at all. Just do literally anything else, but, you know. I don't know. Right now I'm leaning towards dark blue with black hood. But we'll see here. Pizza's gonna be poisoned and turn him into a Pikachu. Yeah, maybe. Also, something so stupid you died a little inside. He said that when you're driving around the block and you see a fine honey around the corner, he said roll down them sexy windows, say, hey girl, can I have your number? Yeah, just roll down the windows with the actual rolling creak. Well, it doesn't squeak, but those colors do look great as well. Yeah, it's a nice mix that they would have come in, you know? And before it's usually so quiet and serene, but we're not allowed to go in now. Yeah, I saw the warning sign about the berserk Pokemon. Folks at the pizzeria get a lot of their ingredients from the bamboo forest. At this rate, they're gonna be in trouble. Bamboo forest plays an important role in the lives of the people here. Having it closed off must create some serious problems. I actually did see a blue Fargo a few weeks ago when I was in Lloydminster, which is this city that's literally on the border between Alberta and Saskatchewan. So, you know, like 4 hours out, essentially. Like, I was starting to drive home, and it was on my way out of the city that I saw this blue Fargo that looked like, kind of like one of those colors, and it looked really nice. And just driving on the road there. I thought that was really cool. If only it was parked or something, then I could have come over and gotten, like, a better look at it. But, you know, it was driving one way, I was driving another way, and I only got a brief look. Heard the mushrooms on Paris's back are called chukaso. Apparently, they're pretty rare. Don't worry, I won't try to take them from you. Ever? But yeah, so I kind of like that color. I'm so bored! Same! Hey, kiddo, I had a long face. I'm not allowed to play in the bamboo forest anymore. Because of the berserk Pokemon, right? Wait, what noise for the Paris? I can go over and chat to it again. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I used to go in there every day, but now it's suddenly too dangerous. I understand your frustration, but I think it's best to play this one safe. You can play somewhere else for the time being, right? Sure. I don't just go in there to play. I help run errands, too. Is that right? Good for you. Plus, like, I was there first, not the berserk Pokemon. Bamboo Forest's always been my spot. I see why you're upset, but... Hey, mister, if you ever see the berserk Pokemon, tell them to stop, okay? Sure thing, kiddo. I'll let them know. What, like the purring? Paris cat. Hi. Oh! Did you hurt your back? Ah, a customer. Sorry you have to see me like this. I promise this month's batch of bamboo charcoal is in much better shape than my back is. Oh no, please, stay where you are. Well, take a look at this. A detective, eh? Just a Sorry, force of habit. Yes, I'm here to investigate the berserk Pokemon. I'd like to take a look around the bamboo forest, if you don't mind. I won't cause any trouble. Gate to the bamboo forest is locked. Man, as it switches between the two portraits, for this guy, the charcoal shopmaster, and Harry, they straight up look like they came from two different video games. Like, look the next time it switches to Harry. Can't let any berserk Pokemon into this area. The gate's staying closed for public safety, you hear? I don't care if you want to investigate. I ain't budging on this. Alright. Can I at least ask you a few questions, then? But yeah, they straight up look like they're from different video games. Look. It's night and day. Look at you with your detective notebook and all. We just have to trust that he's holding. What do you want to know? Do you like long walks on the beach? Definitely a weird noise for a Paris. Definitely a cat, not a Paris. Yeah, must well be. I heard this area is famous for its bamboo forest and bamboo charcoal. Yep, right you are! Bamboo charcoal has got antibacterial and deodorizing properties, and it can improve the quality of water and soil too. Wonderful product, really. Just put it in a room and it makes everything better. Wonder it's famous. And I mean everything, including the issues I've had with my wife. If you have my loyal customers to thank for that. If only I could make more. Make the charcoal all by yourself? Pretty much. I reckon I should start looking for an apprentice. Say, you wouldn't happen to know any promising young upstarts who might be interested? Well, I have a son and a daughter. They sure seem promising to me. I'm not sure they're too interested in a career in making charcoal, though. Yep, best to let your children choose their own paths in life. Thanks all the same. I'm sure I'll find an apprentice yet. And that turned out being... What was her name? I don't even remember. Jessica. Berserk Pokemon. I reckon it showed up about a week ago. I think that was her name, right? Never seen it myself, but I've heard it making noise and causing all kinds of ruckus. 3 days ago, I went to the charcoal kill and found it wrecked up something fierce. That berserk Pokemon might have done it. Interesting. Is there anything else unusual about the area? No, just the wrecked kiln. Nothing seemed to be stolen. Tried to clean it up, and that's when I hurt my back. I haven't been to the bamboo forest since. That's probably for the best. You should take it easy and leave the cleanup to the other folks here. Once my back's straightened out, I'm getting back to work like you wouldn't believe. I'll be making trips to the bamboo forest too, of course. I ain't letting some berserk Pokemon scare me out or ruining my bamboo charcoal shop. I like your spirit. But yeah, kind of looks like the same model. Are you crazy? It looks like the same model? What? I think they look like they were from 2 completely different games. You think they look like they're the same model? Like I should pay that wrecked charcoal killing a visit. Did you say that was out in the forest? I can't get there right now. So, about the gate. I told you I ain't opening it! Detective or otherwise, no one's allowed in. It's too dangerous. What if you run into the berserk Pokemon? It's a Paris that doesn't purr. I ain't opening the gate, and I ain't giving you the key either. My back! My back! My back! Alright, I hear you.
Now then.
What should I do?
Now then.
I've got to borrow the key to the gate in order to get into the bamboo forest. Problem is, the master of the charcoal shop's got that key. He's a real stubborn piece of work. He's not just gonna give it to me if I tell him I need it for my investigation. No, I need a reason to enter the bamboo forest that'll actually convince him to give me that key. Tell him that his apprentice is out there. I need info, any kind, really. I'm gonna point me in the right direction. Maybe the people around here know something. No, just tell him that there's an apprentice out there! Easy! Fine, I guess I'll chat to everyone that I can chat with, which doesn't seem to be many people.
Yes.
Chat with you. Hi there, thanks for stopping by. Oh, Harry, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the famous Bamboo Burrow Pizzeria. Will any of the unimportant NPCs ever have expression changes in their portraits?
Good grief.
You're, a lot livelier than the last time I saw you. But of course, I'm here at the pizzeria. Good pizza starts with good energy. That's my motto. So, how about some pizza for lunch? Sounds great. I love a slice. But before that, can I ask you a few questions? Happy to help with your detective work in whatever way I can. I remember there was some sort of partnership that was going on between like my Taekwondo dojang and this one pizza place like many years ago. And I used to be able to go there and get like some discounts on their pizza. This was like several years before COVID started. I doubt that, you know, they still have that ongoing. But I used to be able to show like my Taekwondo tag and they used to give me a pizza discount. It was awesome. Good times. About Bamboo Burrow. And it wasn't even something they very much popularized at the dojang there. Like there weren't even any ads for it or anything. The head instructor just like mentioned it to me one day and gave out some of these vouchers like, hey, by the way, you can use it there if you're interested. And I was like, oh, okay. And I used this voucher and then knew that I could also use my tag from there. And I was like, cool. But, like, I doubt that's still going on. Bamboo Burrow Pizzeria in this neighborhood's is his most delicious attraction. Our pizza is baked to perfection with an aroma to match.
Okay.
Sounds delicious. I'm sure it goes well with coffee, too. Absolutely. Please, try some for yourself. I mean, like, I could try. But I mean, even when I went in there a couple of years before COVID and showed my tag, they had to ask, like, some manager or something, and the manager was like, yep, you can do that. But the regular staff were not aware of it because it wasn't exactly, you know, a regular kind of thing that got incurred, you know? So I feel kind of awkward about trying it again. So please feel free to try some yourself. I can picture it now. Enjoying a slice of pizza and a steaming cup of coffee while a breeze rolls through the bamboo forest. I can see why your pizza shop is so popular. Right? Oh, by the way, this is a pizzeria, not a pizza shop. Is there a difference? Trust me, there's a difference. By the berserk Pokemon. The day the bamboo forest got closed off, I saw some small Pokemon sumo wrestling. What am I gonna do with this testimony? I'm sure it'll play into stuff somehow, but a sumo wrestling? Oh, that's a rare sight. Yeah, maybe just get a few weird looks. They have been the same Pokemon that went berserk? No, there's no way. It's not impossible, though. You notice anything else? Well, I heard some Pokemon cries and noises. I never actually saw them. I can't really give you many concrete details, I'm afraid, but it sounded like a cat purring. Let's see. Thanks. Small Pokemon sumo wrestling, huh? Oh, the bamboo forest. Closure of the bamboo forest must have caused you a lot of trouble. How are you holding up? Well, I need bamboo charcoal to run my pizzeria. So if the bamboo forest stays closed for too long, I won't be able to make my famous pizza. Hope this all gets resolved soon so I can start making charcoal runs again. Me too. I'll do my best to help you out. I can't talk to the Blossom. Can I chat with you? Can I chat with you? I can chat with you. Welcome. How about a souvenir to remember your trip? Is he gonna get one of the hats to give to his Pikachu? Sure, I'll take a look. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. I bet you do great business. Quite proud of my selection, yes. That might not make much difference soon. It's not. The Berserk Pokemon, of course. I'm worried customers will stop coming here if the situation keeps getting worse. It's bad news for our business in a tourist area. I'm actually here to investigate the Berserk Pokemon. I'm a detective. Oh, really? That's a relief. I'd love to help you out with your investigation. I don't know why it, like, vanished the dialogue box and then brought up again. Instead of just continuing to play it out. I guess it needs to start anew, like, right before it gives a prompt or something. I don't know. Bamboo Burrow is a wonderful place. People on Pokemon here are all terrifically kind. Well, clearly not, if there's that Berserk one. Wonder if the lush scenery and fresh air have anything to do with that. I'd love to come here one day just to sightsee. Hard to enjoy it properly while I'm working a case. This Berserk Pokemon is probably related to R, because R would have still been, like, a problem at this time, and this would have been, like, why Harry was here investigating, right? So that sign that we saw, like, in the modern day with the Berserk Pokemon is probably just, like, a lingering sign of, like, the days when R was a problem, right? Please do. You should just stop by here again, too. Sure. Oh, this Berserk Pokemon appeared in the bamboo forest rather recently. There were crackling noises coming from the bamboo forest. Then I heard a Pokemon go roar! Right after that, some people came running out of the bamboo forest. They said they saw a shadow with red eyes going berserk. They said they saw a shadow with red eyes going berserk deep in the forest. My god, why'd I struggle with that sentence? In the bamboo forest, huh? Think I could talk to those people? I believe they were all tourists. I'm afraid they're long gone. Let's see. That's too bad. I really wish I could talk to more witnesses about this. Oh, the bamboo forest. I was actually in the bamboo forest yesterday to access the storage area. Thankfully, I didn't encounter any berserk Pokemon. A bunch of bamboo stalks were broken and the paths were ruined. It was devastating. I can imagine that wasn't a pleasant sight. Still, I'm glad you were okay. I don't know what I'd do with myself if I lost you. By the way, why did a souvenir shop clerk like you need to go into the forest? The master of the charcoal shop hurt his back 3 days ago, so I went in to get supplies for him. Luckily, the storage area was undamaged. It was just the elevator that was broken. Oh, did the Berserk Pokemon do that too? No, it happens quite often. The boss always fixes it. Please don't tell the charcoal shop master about the broken elevator. If he finds out, he'll insist that he fix it himself to spite his injured back. Sounds like something that my grandpa would do. Gotcha. My lips are sealed. He's always all about getting stuff figured out himself. That elevator is important to the master of the charcoal shop. I mean, he was pretty good at getting things figured out. Thanks for your help. Doing alright, detective. Surely you need a few more souvenirs. You're a good salesman, aren't you? I actually have just the thing for you. It's a hat. How about one for your kids? Oh, hey. Kid-sized detective hat. Good call. Great detective tip number 13. Always make sure to look your very best. This will probably fit Sophia's head better than Tim's. Okay, I'll take this. As for Tim, I'll get him this water bottle. Wow, imagine the younger sibling gets a hat and the older one just gets like a bottle of water. Like, I assume that there's something about the bottle, you know? Like maybe it's just like a cool, nice bottle. But, you know, it's just like a random plastic water bottle. Thank you very much. I'll wrap these up for you. Yes, please wrap up the plastic water bottle. Thanks. I hope they like their gifts. Like, presumably there has to be something cool about the bottle. But it's just so funny to imagine that it's like a plastic water bottle. Alright, better solve this case before Sophia grows out of this hat.
Time to start deducing.
Time to start deducing. I really should look up what his name is again, because it's been a while and I forgot. But Mr. Dudo here, that voice acts for him, I do love him. What? There was a symbol for Pikachu there, and right as I pressed it, it vanished. Weird. I think I'm more concerned about the cat pairs than whatever roared. Fair enough. Man, it's Fiji water. Very special water. It's definitely not a scam. Ah, yes. Or do you know what else it might be? It might be some smart water. As opposed to dumbass water. I never drink dumbass water. I only drink smart water. I I actually love these bottles, though, to size them, because it's 1.5 liters. So I get one of these, and then I just use it for so long. I had one that I was using for months, and I'm pretty sure I brought to Fragapalooza, but I think someone must have, like, recycled it there during, like, the cleanup at the end. So I have another one now, and it has, like, the label on it again. And, like, I could peel it off, but then there's, like, all the sticky stuff over, and then I need to spend, like, the next month, like, slowly scratching away at it again. And it's just, like, a pain in the butt during that time, so part of me is debating about leaving it on. But, you know, then every time I actually go for a drink on stream, I look like some guy that actually goes through, like, disposable plastic water bottles when I'm not. I just, like, reuse these bottles because they're a nice size. So I can just, like, stay in my office here and have 1.5 liters worth of water. I just like the size. I'll probably peel this label off at some point, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I probably should hydrate here. But yeah, hello, Lionheart. Back from the fair at Franklinton, LA. Well, I hope they had fun with that. That sounds pretty fun there. I'm doing pretty alrighty. I've been enjoying some Mario Wonder lately. And now Mario's wondering what the heck is going on here to enter the bamboo forest. Oh, magic conch shell. How do we enter the bamboo forest? Is that as expensive as Fiji water? I have no idea. We got a whole bunch of these as like a freebie thingamabob from a superstore, I believe. Here in Canada, you pay so much in groceries at Superstore, and then they give you like a big freebie thing. And our household always gets groceries along with stuff for my Oma, since she can't exactly trek out to get that stuff on her own anymore. So like the combined bill total is always up enough to get the free thing. And we just got like a whole bunch of these as a free thing. So I don't know how much they are. So I was using one for a good while. And then this one, like I thought, man, am I gonna have to go out and buy one again if I want another one? But it seems like there was still one left in the downstairs fridge, like tucked away in the back from when we got that free thing like a year ago. And I was like, oh yeah, score! Another one of these bottles. You know, I have another one of these bottles again, and it's great. Let me think this through. Based on all the info I've gathered, how can I convince the master of the charcoal shop to lend me the key? Tell him that I want to see Pokemon sumo wrestling. I just want to hear what Harry says about this. Pokemon sumo wrestling sounds like a pretty rare spectacle. I'd love to go see it for myself. I think that's gonna convince the charcoal shop master to let me the key. Think this through. Offer to repair the elevator. Sure.
I see.
Let's do that. Fair enough to know why anyone would buy Fiji water. Yeah, I don't think I ever have. And I don't know why people would. Nothing special about it. It's just way too expensive bottled water when other bottled waters are cheaper and literally no different. I mean, I don't understand why people go through bottled water. Like, anyway. Like, if you're out and about and you want some water, yeah, sure, get a bottle of water and then recycle that. No big deal. What I don't understand is people that buy, like, cases of bottles of water and bring them home. And, you know, just go through that as, like, their regular water. Instead of just using their tap. Or, like, a filter or something like that. Like, what? That's what I don't get. Whenever the elevator's on the fritz, the old charcoal shopmaster will bend over backward to fix it. Which can't be good for that injured back of his. It's kind of like in the Lorax movie where everyone was buying the bottled air. Like, it was clearly making arguments about the bottled water industry. So the souvenir shop owner said, more or less. Like, just to make people feel better about what they're consuming when really it makes no difference. Supposed to show that the elevator is extremely important. Also, I lost a really nice bottle of water recently. My one that I used to bring to Taekwondo used to be like this glass water bottle with like a rubber case around the outside. And I don't know where it is. It's been missing for about a month and a half and I'm sad. Which goes to show that elevator is extremely important to him. So I might, I don't know, see about ordering another one at some point. I used that thing for like close to 10 years. If I tell the master of the charcoal shop that I'll fix the elevator, he'll agree to lend me the key. Okay, I'll go negotiate with him. I don't know what happened to it. You understand if you want distilled water instead of chlorinated water, as chlorinated water isn't great for you?
Okay.
Where in the world do you live to have, like, chlorine in the water that's coming from your... Well, I get... No. No, I guess it is technically for a lot of areas. I don't think it is here anymore. I think it used to be. I think I'm just going a little bit crazy. Alright, I'll go see the master of the charcoal shop and convince him to let me borrow the key. Sure hope he's open to being convinced. Just ignore me. I was, you know, I lose my mind a little bit there. But, you know, it does also depend on, like, where in the world you live. Like, for example, in most places in the world, well, maybe not most, but a lot of like things in a lot of places in the Western world, I should say, there's more regulations on tap water than there is on like bottled water, because bottled water just counts as like, oh, generic food and drink, whereas tap water is just like, this is expected that people are going to be consuming this regularly, and as such, apparently, it's like more heavily regulated. I heard this so many years ago. Don't quote me on anything. That's not the right person. Hey there, do you have a minute? But I remember hearing quite a while back that tap water was typically better than bottled water. Oh, it's you again. I'm still not handing over the key. I know. I'm actually here to talk about the elevator in the storage area. I heard it breaks down a lot. Sure it does. I'm always the one who's gotta fix it. Wait, ain't gonna broke itself again, has it? Keep me in the dark again, will they? Why, honor. My back. Toby Maguire intensifies. Easy there. I didn't tell you because they all want you to rest. Now, how do you usually fix it? But yeah. Yeah, and I think it was here for a while. Like, maybe I'm just losing my mind because I haven't drank tap water in a while because we have a filter, like, from the fridge now and have for several years. So, maybe I'm going crazy. No, I have tap water sometimes if I'm, like, if my bottle here is empty and I'm really thirsty in the middle of the night. I don't know. I better shut up before I make myself look like more of a dumbass by not knowing some things. I just give it a few whacks with some bamboo. It's like playing the drums. Oh, that's how my grandpa unseized the engine in my truck. Straight up. He just whacked it. Seriously? No wonder the elevator keeps breaking. Your back's never gonna heal if you keep that up. I'll go fix the elevator. An amateur like you wouldn't know the first thing about fixing elevators, so stay out of it. Hey, that might not seem like it, but I'm pretty good with machines. I even fix my own car when it needs work. Yeah, it's me with my truck. Is that right? You sure you can fix it? At least do better than hitting it with bamboo. What do you say? Oh, fine, take the key. I'd rather suffer my back than you right now anyway. Wow. I figure you'll do some investigating while you're in the bamboo forest. Meet with any danger in there, you better run for it. Hear me? Sure thing. Thanks. Like, I've known for a good while that when my grandpa first got that truck from, like, a farmer in Saskatchewan, that the engine was seized, it couldn't be run, it had to be pushed into a trailer. So, when I was visiting a couple weeks ago, like, I knew that he unseized it somehow, but I didn't know exactly how. So, visiting a couple weeks ago, I decided to, like, actually ask him, like, oh, do you remember how you actually, like, unseized it, how you fix it? He was like, yeah. I took the head off the engine, I lubricated the joints, and then I took a big block of wood and I bashed all the cylinders to get them to move again, and then put the head back on, and then the engine worked again. It just needed to get the cylinders possible to move. Just give it some lube and then some good bashing so it could move, and then it worked again. Is apparently how the seized engine got fixed. And I was really surprised. Because, like, I'm still not very familiar with vehicle stuff. So, like, it still seems like some next level technical mumbo jumbo that I wouldn't be able to understand. You know, like, I fully expected it to be like some complicated process that I wouldn't be able to get here, and things would have to be like disassembled and stuff like that. Nope. Just give it a good bash, and it starts working again. Don't underestimate the power of a good bashing. So, you know, I was definitely chlorinated here. Okay, and maybe it is here, and I'm just going crazy, and I'm losing my mind. Just gotta put the key in here, and it's surprisingly heavy. All right, it's open. All right. Through we go.